We want to continue that energy, that dedication into the summer split, and that means a really aggressive use of time during our break between splits.
Well, it is the end of spring split as we head into playoffs, and unfortunately, CLG will not be moving on. But I am joined right now by Nick Allen, who is the COO, the head of. I just think of you as the head of CLG, to talk a little bit about CLG's performance, the split with coverage presented by OmniSlash. Do you have something you want to say?
No, you're doing a really good job.
You're leaning in, like say
No,
something.
I feel like it's instinctual, but I really like your mic. Was that a flag? Is that
Yeah,
what
it's
they call
Mike
it?
Flag. Yeah. Mattcom, former CLG employee, made this.
Oh, nice. See, I know all the terminology.
There you go. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Anyway, you used to do interviews. You broke Reggie's retirement, and then he didn't retire.
He was a liar.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk a little bit about how CLG did. So first half of the split, CLG defied a lot of people's expectations. Had you guys placed number one, and you guys just lost a lot of games. Mm-hmm. But at some point in time, like week 7, week 6, you did an AMA on the CLG subreddit. It was a highly anticipated event. And then after that, you guys started winning a ton this weekend, barring this weekend. But you guys went on this pretty big win streak. What happened there? Why was it around that time that everything started to change for the team?
I don't think it was necessarily the AMA that.
I don't think anyone thinks that.
I don't think I have that kind of power.
Yeah.
But I think the AMA marked a time in the organization when we had a shift in. We had a paradigm shift where things just needed to change. We needed to mix it up. I think we tried incremental things along the way, and I've hit on this before. And then we just had to make some big moves, right? So. And the way that we communicate in game, we talk about Biofrost, shot calling. That's like one thing of many that was changed. In general, I think there was a organizational-wide effort to improve things, even if it's just by as little as 1%. And so I think, we're asking everyone, like, hey, our facility manager and chef Andrew, like, hey, what do you think is going wrong? Like, what can these guys be doing better? You're seeing a lot of their personality out here in like the general area of the house.
So it was the chef that saved the day.
Yeah, exactly. So it was actually Andrew.
He's like, make Vincent the shot caller. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, but I think over time, we just spent a lot of time and resources trying to experiment with different things, and also just organizational-wide support at sort of new levels, I think, within CLG. We all have a lot of different hats that we wear, lots that we do. And obviously this is always a priority, but I think there was this sort of unifying energy and feeling within the team that we all needed to be doing more to support the team. Yeah.
Coincidentally, as the split has gone on, I've noticed, I see you every couple weeks, your hair gets grayer and grayer. So now I also know that you just had a child. So what about a year ago? So what do you think has been contributing more to the increase in gray hair, the team and the organization, or being a father?
Yeah, I really like it when you point out things about my physical appearance. That's my favorite.
Yeah.
There's a lot of work to be done. It's funny because my wife was just like, wow, you're getting gray in your beard. I was like, just let me pretend that I'm still young. There's just a lot to do. It's tireless hours trying to get the team in a position where they're not only winning, but they're also creating content and doing interesting things for our fans. And so, I think the gray is a natural thing, but I would say, if anything, it's just how much work I'm putting in, and I think across the organization people are putting in too. And with great power comes great responsibility, and
age,
and gray hair, and receding hairline, and all these amazing things. But in general, just long, tireless hours trying to support the team in every way that I can.
Yeah. So with the lineup that we have right now, and sort of the coaching staff, all that, what are you guys looking to do? And are we going to see any kind of changes, or are you guys looking to do anything behind the scenes with CLG between spring split or summer split? Because you guys are kind of in a weird position where overall you didn't make playoffs, and yet the end of the split looks rather strong. So, how do you approach that as you move into this sort of break between spring and summer split?
Yeah, we have a decision in front of us, right? We have a few months now before the summer split, and we can kick back, relax, and rest, which obviously everyone needs a little bit of rest now and then. But there's this other decision in front of us, which is let's work extremely hard during the break to start preparing for the summer split, which means tons more solo queue, more scrims when we can get it, more research and development, and potentially like more support internally, whether it's coaches or other things too. And so, we're really leaning towards that direction. We want to continue to work hard, and that's really what this last 3 weeks of the split, last 4 weeks, everyone's working hard, but we want to continue that energy, that dedication into the summer split, and that means a really aggressive use of time during our break between splits.
Okay. So it sounds like less of a vacation, more of a hunkering down and getting ready for summer.
Right. Everyone will take a little bit of a break, but then we'll get right back to it. And our goal for the break is to work harder than any other team to get ready and bounce back. And I think a lot of it comes with us being really unhappy with the results. And obviously we had a couple good weeks there, but as you saw today, we still have an insane amount of work to do. And we can't get comfortable or complacent. And I think everyone has that mentality, and the way that manifests is by putting in long hours and a lot of practice. So, yeah.
Any updates on we've just seen the giant Team Liquid unveiling of their training facility. For a while, CLG's been teasing that you guys are getting a new facility, a new office. Any updates on what's going on there?
So we're targeting an opening in the next probably couple months, May, June, something like that. We'll have lots to show you guys, and I know our fans are like, hey, what's going on with the office? Can we get some more updates? And so here's a small update for you guys in terms of the timing. But we're still picking out furniture. We're still picking out the carpet. There's a lot of polish and things to do inside, and we're going to be really excited to show everybody once it's ready to go.
So there is a building.
There is a building.
Okay, it's been selected.
It's been selected.
Has it been painted?
There's paint in there.
Okay.
There's lots of construction and things, right? We're turning it from what is like a conventional business into like an esports, training facility. And so in doing that, there's a lot of changes that need to happen.
It's going to be good internet?
It's going to be great internet.
Did you actually, a random question, because whenever people scout team houses, they always are trying to figure out the internet options. Did you guys look at all these buildings, and was internet a huge part of that?
I think it's different with a house and a commercially.
So you guys haven't checked the internet yet?
We have, but all the places that we check have access to really good internet.
Okay.
And at our house right now, we have 4 different internet providers for all this different redundancy, and we probably won't go to that level for the new office, but we're going to have a lot of power.
Okay.
So,
A lot of power.
Internet power.
Okay. Do you know how internet speeds are measured? Because it's not.
Yeah, big pipes.
Yeah.
Or something.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Might want to have somebody else check it on the internet stuff for you. That's not my understanding of how the internet works. All right. Anything else that you can talk about what's going on in the CLG organization? You guys got into Rocket League recently, which I know. You used to run, for lack of a better word, the real LCS, the RLCS, the Rocket League Championship Series. Was that always a plan for you getting into the space?
Yeah, Rocket League. We started looking at teams, I think, my 3rd or 4th week at CLG. The game has a lot of promise. It's a huge audience, and it's fun to watch, and so we wanted to get in. I think across the board, we as an organization are learning, and I talked about this in the AMA, learning how to expand, what games and what ecosystems are ripe for expansion and right for CLG, not only as a brand, but from a business perspective. And that's across the board. It's not only in our game expansion, but it's our internal systems and processes, everything that we do. We're always trying to improve and get better.
How about with Fortnite? What do you think of Fortnite? There's a rumor that Ninja's contract is ending with Luminosity soon. I don't know about Drake and what his contract is with his agency, but are you looking at Fortnite at all?
We've been in talks with Drake. Okay. He's looking to switch careers. Yeah. We're going to try to make it work.
I think CLG might be the place with all the powerful internet that you have. I think that's going to draw him, the infrastructure.
Yeah, big pipes.
Yeah, okay.
I'm not sure if I mentioned that. Yeah.
But what do you think of the battle royale adventure and everything that's going on there? That was a big. I was in South by Southwest for a couple of esports panels, and people couldn't stop talking about the Drake thing and battle royale in general.
Yeah, PUBG won esports game of the year at South by Southwest.
GDC, I think.
Or GDC. Oh, I think it was
South by.
South by. Anyway, because GDC starts next week. Yeah, so I'm not confident that the battle royale genre is going to be really entertaining to watch from an esports perspective. I think it will definitely, and it's proven to be very interesting to watch from an influencer, broadcaster, like individual perspective. And I think a lot of folks rushed into PUBG, picked up teams and players, and got really excited about it. And then Fortnite came in and sort of just like, I'm not saying PUBG is, dead, but I think Fortnite is obviously the new.
Now everybody's like, oh, it's all about Fortnite now.
Right,
But basically within the space of like 30 days, it feels like.
Right. So I'm hesitant. It's obviously too big to ignore. And it's about also for me understanding like what are the game companies' plans for esports? What's the future? What's the content pipeline? There's a lot of questions that go into whether or not we're going to expand into a game, but it's clear that like it's something huge and massive. And it's exciting to have this much momentum, especially from mainstream media and celebrities and whatnot around the game.
Yeah. And then other than that, because for a while, people were like, okay, I think the 4 big complaints I saw, CLG sucking in League, that seems to be, you're getting that shored up. Yeah. The CLG is not entering any other games, and you got the Rocket League thing going. CLG, like there haven't been any big sponsorship announcements. Anything that you can tease there?
Yeah, the next week, the week after, just stay tuned, guys. I think we're gonna have some cool stuff to announce. Okay. We're making progress, and these things take time. But in general, we're finding a lot of success there. Yeah.
And then the 4th thing was staffing. People are like, okay, these guys are leaving. Are you guys hiring? What's going on? And I saw recently you tweeted out a new hire, or you retweeted somebody joining the. Yeah. So what can you talk about on the personnel side?
Yeah, so we're making hires across the board in all the aspects of the company. So Brian Tran, who we were tweeting about, coming from Blizzard over to CLG as our director of operations. We have Howard as our new director of finance, and so there's a lot of roles behind the scenes that just make the company go, right? And so we've hired a lot in that capacity and leveled up the organization in a lot of ways around that. So we're not quite the well-oiled machine that we need to be, but in general we brought in some good people and continue to bring them in. And so if you're looking for a job, you can go to the CLG website, check it out. There's job openings. So if you ever find yourself in a tough spot, because I know you're not doing super well, you keep begging people for Patreon money and all that, I'll check out your resume.
Okay. Will you check out my Patreon?
Not really interested.
Okay.
In that, yeah.
Well, it's hopeful. All right. Do you have a place to put all these people? You don't even have an office yet for them.
Oh, we're cramming them in the house. Yeah. It's
Brian, the Blizzard campus is a little different than the current CLG campus. You might find it. You don't have a Starbucks here.
Yeah. We make sure that people get to come to the house before they start, so they know exactly
what they're going to get
themselves into. Yeah. But I mean, it's still awesome, and it's a really fun environment, and the facility is going to make it even better.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I've got my Patreon situation. You've got your everybody working out of a house situation. Yeah. We've got our own problems. Is there anything you want to say to any of the CLG fans out there?
CLG fans have been incredible through the ups and downs of this split, and I am enamored by how passionate they are, I think, to say the least. And so thanks, guys, for supporting CLG. We have the best fans in the world. You guys care super deeply, and we appreciate that. And we feel an immense amount of responsibility to be successful for you guys. So we're working hard to improve, and appreciate all the support all this way. Yeah.
Well, enjoy your time off from League of Legends. You and Hunter can hang out together. I'm going to be in Miami.
I'm going to Miami.
Are you?
Yeah.
We're trying to do a live Hotline League there.
Not that I'm interested in hanging out with you or anything, but
because what if I told you the current plan? And I'm terrible at the whole like unveiling plans once they're actually figured out. But the current plan for Hotline League is to have an after party afterwards where there's drinking. So is that interesting?
Hotline League?
Yes.
And then go on the air?
No. We'll do Hotline League first.
Okay.
Because we have sponsors attached to it. It'd be a bad idea to do it opposite. So
okay, gotcha.
the show airs, and then there's a party afterwards.
I think you should flip it. Okay. I think you should let Mark Z go crazy, and then get him on there.
I don't want to end his. He would like to make money the next 2 days by working for Riot, and I'm not sure if he would be able to do that if he got drunk and then went on the air.
A small price to pay for the greatest show of all time.
You can check out the rest of my coverage of all things esports right here on my YouTube channel. Today, we live in an ever-changing world. So much is going on, and we just don't know what to expect next. It's just a crazy time. But in these moments, you need the comfort of something stable, like my LCS interviews, which you can get by subscribing to this YouTube channel and are made possible by OmniSlash. Thank you.